youtube.com/MugenLord. Subscribe to the channel for gaming news, updates, discussion, and live streams. Signing off.
Hey guys, it's Mugalore here, and I'm back again with another video. And today I want to talk about Streets of Rage 4. I meant to talk about this video about like 2 weeks ago. I think it was during the Gamescom, or I think it was PAX. I think it was more so, I think it was Gamescom. They had some new gameplay revolving this game, and I thought it was a perfect time to talk about it. And what I find interesting about this game is that this will be the first time in years since I actually played a beat 'em up. It's something about beat 'em ups that I really enjoyed growing up as a kid. It was something that it was fun, it was addictive, and you was able to play with somebody by your side. Either it was a family member or it was just a best friend. You just had a good time, and it seemed like beat 'em ups has just pretty much disappeared. But here we go with Streets of Rage 4. And what I found funny about, you know, my time with Streets of Rage is that I never really played Streets of Rage much at all. My knowledge of Streets of Rage is very limited, was for the fact is that even though I owned a Sega, and I found this funny, I owned a lot of Sega games, but Streets of Rage, among them, Streets of Rage and Golden Axe were the only two games that I didn't own at all. It was always my cousin who owned those beat 'em up games, and then when he used to come to my house, my cousin Miles, we used to play Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, and I used to have a good time. The only Streets of Rage game I did have at that time was Streets of Rage on the Sega Game Gear, because I did own a Sega Game Gear, and I love the hell out of that handheld. But anyway, Streets of Rage 4 is looking really good. The animation looks good. I'm liking the direction they're going, and from what they showed, for the time being, they're saying that the music and everything are going to be placeholders, because you hear some of the classic sound effects. And what I really love most about Streets of Rage was its music, was its soundtrack, because they had that 90s I guess you could say house music to it, that techno music and everything to it, of that era. And till this day I still listen to the Streets of Rage, the soundtrack, and the many different remixes that they have, the OC remixes and everything. But as far as the gameplay is concerned, it's just taking it back to its roots. It's just a traditional beat 'em up, and you can tell that the characters have supers that they can perform. And they're introducing a new character named Cherry. Now if you look at the character select screen, it does look like that Streets of Rage 4, from the size of it and the way that the camera is zoomed out, that this game may not only just have Blaze, Axel, and Cherry. You may be getting introduced to even more characters that I'm hopefully looking forward to. So the game is still in development. It's going to take some time, and there's still a lot of placeholder sound effects that's in the game, and I want them to take as much time as possible, because it's shaping up to look like a pretty awesome game. And hopefully this would jumpstart and bring more life back into the beat 'em up genre, because I really miss that genre a lot. And in Streets of Rage 4, it seems like it's going in the direction, a pretty good direction, that I'm really excited and going into. Now from looking at the gameplay as well, it still looks not only just a traditional beat 'em up, but I'm hoping that they do spice up the beat 'em up formula just a bit, where it's not just too simplistic. Maybe they add a little bit more into the combat system and everything to make it just a little bit more intricate, not too deep, still make it simple, but still add a little bit of layer to it as well, for those who, especially this newer generation of gamers, who weren't born in the era of simplicity, or weren't born in the era of beat 'em ups, you know, of that time. So I can see this younger generation coming in and just mashing buttons and may get bored of it. So I'm hopefully that we may get introduced to some other mechanics, because that's what it seems like, that this game still has a little bit more to offer, a little bit more to show, but we haven't been shown any additional stuff just yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. But as I said before, I can't wait to see what the storyline is about as well with the characters, because as you can see in the character designs, the characters look much older, especially Axel. Axel got a full Moses beard going on and everything, and he's like really scruffy, really gruff, like he's been on the bandwagon for some time. He looked kind of husky as well compared to his younger counterparts in the other Streets of Rage games. And like I said before, since I don't really know much about Streets of Rage lore and story, so I'm definitely looking forward to see if this is going to be a follow-up, or if Streets of Rage 4 is going to be pretty much a reboot slash kind of like a sequel and everything. So that's what I want to really know, and I definitely want to see what other characters they definitely introduced into this package that I think is pretty cool. Now, another thing I thought they would do with Streets of Rage 4 was also make it a 4-player. I think a 4-player gameplay mechanics would be pretty cool. as well. And I noticed too, I remember back in the original Streets of Rage where you was able to use this special where you can call the police and the police come out the car and they shoot this rocket in the air and it attacks all the enemies. I haven't seen anything like that yet in Streets of Rage 4, so I wonder in some later releases or updates of the game, maybe we'll probably get some updates on special abilities such as that and support attacks and stuff, because I think that'd be pretty cool. And even look at the opening intro and some of the animated cutscenes that they have. The bosses look quite unique as well. So the last boss that they fought at the end of the demo, where they fight in this this kind of like Asian type of dojo or scenery, they fight on the rooftop and they fight in this martial artist, and I thought that boss was pretty cool in the design that they have going for with the bosses. So I wonder if there's going to be other unique bosses, because I remember in the opening scene they had this woman with I think electrical whip. So I'm looking forward to see what other unique bosses and what type of game, what kind of style they're going to have, and will it shake up the gameplay in some way as well, where you may have to dodge certain things from the environment. They may fall from the ground, fall from the sky, or things may lift up from the ground. So I'm hoping to see that we may see some uniqueness in the boss battles as well. But that's pretty much it. How I feel and what I think about Streets of Rage 4 right about now, because there's still not much info on this game other than the fact is that we got introduced to a new character named Cherry, and we also got introduced to the different weapons that you're able to pick up off the ground, and and also the boss of the first area. So that's all we know so far, but I want to hear your thoughts of Streets of Rage 4. What do you think about the game? Are you super excited for the game, and what do you expect to get out of the experience from this game? And do you hope we're going to get more characters besides Axel, Blaze, and Cherry? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because I'm definitely interested in it. Let's start a conversation about this. And not only that, if you want to be informed for more news and information for Streets of Rage 4, make sure you hit that bell to be notified. And that pretty much wraps it up. This is Mugen Lord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.